That thing's got what? 24, 27 foot neck? And you're going to sit there and try to tell me it can push blood up a 30-foot neck without a 4-chambered heart and get around like that? Like that? This is like a knockout punch for warm-bloodedness.
We're gonna make a fortune with this place.
Say again?
How fast are they?
Well, we
We clocked the T-Rex at 32 miles an hour. You've got a T-Rex? He's got a T-Rex. A T-Rex. He said he's...
Say again.
Yes,
have a T-Rex.
we have a T-Rex.
Oh,
Put your head between your knees.
Dr. Grant. My dear Dr. Sam.
Okay.
Welcome.
Yes, we have a T-Rex. So now I'm doing Hammond. Oh yeah. Okay. Dr. Grant, my dear Dr. Statler, welcome to Jurassic Park. Ellie, they're moving in herds. They do move in herds.
how'd you do that?
How did you do it?
I'll show you.
Where am I looking? Still up. The Brachiosaur? 30. Honey, put your head between your knees and breathe. I'll show you. Honey, put your head between your knees and breathe. We were right! From combined revenue streams for all three parks should reach $8 to $9 billion a year. That's conservative, of course. There's no reason to speculate wildly. I've never been a rich man. I hear it's nice. Is it nice? The lack of humility before nature that's been displayed here staggers me. Thank you, Dr. Malcolm, but I think things are a little different. Yes, than I know they're a lot worse. Oh, wait a second. We haven't even seen the park yet. All right, Donald. All right. But just let him talk. I want to hear all viewpoints. I truly do. Don't you see the danger, John, inherent in what you're doing here? Genetic power is the most awesome force ever seen on this planet, but you wield it like a kid who'd found his dad's gun. The problem with scientific power you've used is it didn't require any discipline to attain it. You read through what others had done and you took the next step. You didn't earn the knowledge yourselves, you don't take responsibility for it. You stood on the shoulders of geniuses to accomplish something as fast as you could, and before you knew what you had, you patented it, packaged it, slapped it on a plastic lunchbox, and now you want to sell it. If I may, you don't give us our due credit. Our scientists have done things no one could ever do before. Your scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they could that they didn't stop to think if they should. Condors are on the verge of extinction. If I'd created a flock of them on the island, you wouldn't be saying any of this or anything at all. Hold on, this is no species that was obliterated by deforestation or the building of a dam. Dinosaurs had their shot, nature selected them for extinction. I don't understand this Luddite attitude, especially from a scientist. How could we stand in the light of discovery and not act? There's nothing that great about discovery. The question is, how much can you know about an extinct ecosystem, and therefore, how can you assume you can control it? You have plants right here in this building, for example, that are poisonous. You pick them because they look pretty, but these are aggressive living things that have no idea what century they're living in and will defend themselves. Dr. Grant, if there's one person who can appreciate all of this, what am I trying to do? The world has just changed so radically. We're all running to catch up. I don't want to jump to any conclusions, but look. Dinosaurs and man, two species separated by 65 million years of evolution, have just been suddenly thrown back into the mix together. How can we have the faintest idea of what to expect? I don't believe it. I expect you to come down here and defend me from these characters, and the only one I've got on my side is the blood-sucking lawyer. Thank you. I feel elated and frightened, and it is hardly appropriate to start hurling excuse me, generalizations before I'll tell you. Scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they could that they didn't stop to think if they should. Science can create pesticides, but it can't tell us not to use them. Science can make a nuclear reactor, but it can't tell us not to build it. But this is nature. Why not give an extinct species a second chance? I mean, let's just hold out concerns until we were invited to this island to evaluate the safety conditions of the park, physical containment. The theory is that all simple systems have complex behavior, that animals in a zoo environment will eventually begin to behave in an unpredictable fashion have nothing to do with this evaluation. This is not some existential furlough. This is an on-site inspection. You are a doctor. Do your job. You are invalidating your own assessment. I'm sorry, John. Please, let's hear something from the others. Dr. Grant, Dr. Sadler. The question is, how much can you know about an extinct ecosystem, and therefore, how can you assume you can control it? You have plants...
I'm sorry. I looked at it when the red dot was flashed off, and I thought it wasn't